Hello, welcome to Spoonful of Jelly. My name is Lauren, and today I wanted to encourage you guys to take the moment to go find your seeds to start that garden this year. So 2024 garden, is it on your mind? It's certainly on my mind right now. I have been scouring around for seeds. We collected seeds last year from what we grew, and we also purchased new seeds in the last 2-3 months. One of them was by accident. I was in a big box store and happened to see some seeds, and I was like, I'll try that. Other times it was purposeful, as they were getting rid of seeds in the store and I knew I wanted to grab a few. So let's discuss what to buy when it comes to your seeds for this year. One day I'm hoping to stumble upon some kind of can deep in the ground where my great-grandfather has stored away some seeds, and that we can revive those old seeds. But we haven't found that yet. My brother dug out there looking for a space to plant garlic, and he hadn't come across a can, but keep my fingers crossed. There's a lot of ground out there to cover. So one of the first things we think about seed germination is herbs. They are some of the simplest to grow. That's probably why a lot of people promote them. There needs to be herbs that you can do more than one thing with. For example, dry them and put them in your container so you can eat them as seasoning all year long. Or my favorite is herb butter, where you can do something that's just salt and pepper, some protein, cut off a slab of that herb butter and let it melt down over top. This could even be done with dairy-free products. So trust me, it's not just dairy that you can have these flavor herbs. So some seasonings, let me pull those seeds out. So some seasonings can be easy to pick up because you're getting them from box stores. I wanted to show you some Dollar Tree seeds. Okay, they come in little blue packets. These are not heirloom variety. I'm not sure if I'm going to plant these or the actual heirloom variety that I do have, but I wanted to make sure I have these in stash. My favorite, thyme. Got to have thyme. It's one of my favorite seasoning on all kinds of red meats, chicken, even seafood. I love thyme. Basil. This is a requirement. Every year I seem to be growing more and more basil. I grew one plant for like 4 or 5 years, and then for the last, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 years, I've had 3 plants. Next year, I would like to have a whole planter box of basil if I could. Basil. It is number 1 for us because my husband cannot do tomatoes. Dill. This is the secret to how come we don't have to buy salad dressing. Gotta have dill. And then lovely oregano. But no matter if it's even fresh or dry, it adds a punch to your food. If you are working with a container garden on your porch, pots and overhanging baskets, this is the perfect thing to think about is herbs, because they can go in a couple times throughout the year, especially if your plants are scorched or a lovely animal climbs up there and damages it. Anything that you can think of, you can always replant your herbs in those pots on your porch. Another thing to think about is once you get your herbs down, start daydreaming about how you like to eat your food, what you like to eat. That will inspire you to grow whatever you want to grow in pots. Another one I'm going to pull out is peas and green beans. Now I have a few heirloom varieties. One in particular comes from the dollar store. I also have some that come from, I want to say I got these from Azure. I'm not 100% sure. But this is another heirloom variety that I have. Both of these are Thomas Lacton peas. They can grow in pots. All you need is some type of stick, bamboo. You can use a stick that fell out the tree. Just anything for the vines of the peas to wrap themselves around, hold on to, and grow up. And you can get a ton of peas. Snow peas, sugar snap peas, you name it. They are wonderful. You can think about how you enjoy your peas. Do you like them frozen, you pull them out in the wintertime and put them in your pasta stews? Or do you only like to eat them fresh in the summer? The quantity that you grow will determine that. If you only have 1 or 2 pots, maybe you only think about what you can eat in the spring and summer. But if you can get more, then think about how you like to eat them in the winter. So, one thing that I made a mistake with when I first learned how to garden on my balcony is I totally forgot about flowers. Growing up, seeing flowers all over my grandparents' yard, my great-grandparents' yard, I didn't think anything about it. Yes, I know that bees love flowers and bees pollinate our plants, but I did not make the association that we need those pollinators there, and you actually need to attract those beautiful pollinators. So while you're collecting your seeds, please think about flower seeds. So we saved a lot of marigold seeds that we grew last year, and I did not separate by color. So I just grabbed a bunch of deadheads and separate the seeds. So hopefully, hopefully, I have some zinnia seeds. I picked these up from Homestead Heart. They have a wonderful store. I'm gonna go ahead and plug them in here. And then I have some leftover seeds. These are sunflower grown about 2-3 years ago on a friend's property. And what else is in here? Straw flower mix. So yes, I have a couple other marigolds. Think of things that will bring the pollinators to your area, and that includes your balcony. You still need pollinators, even if you have wonderful sunny background and wonderful sunny balcony or porch. You still need to bring your pollinators there. So a plot of flowers next to any of the food you grow will definitely bring those bees. Other than your big box stores and social media accounts, another great place to find seeds is on Etsy. Oftentimes you can get seeds from people who just have an overabundance, and that's how they sell them through Etsy. One company that I have used and like is called Seed Geeks, and you can find them on Etsy. They do a wonderful job. This particular one was red curry Japanese squash, so we plan on giving this another go this year. It died because of my fault, not the seeds. Definitely not the seeds. There is a certain amount of water that you should and should not give plants. Yes. And so when it's hot outside and I don't feel like going outside, these poor squash shriveled and died. So my fault, not the seeds. They germinated. That's what's important. Also fruit seeds from a local farmer. If you are visiting your farmer's market, like I suggest, come along this summer and spring as we do the same thing this year. But your farmer's markets have seeds, and sometimes they actually have little seedlings where they sell you the plants that have already been started. That's a wonderful way of getting things that grow in your area for your weather and will service your family in the future. So hopefully these are some good tips. You got your big box stores you can buy seeds from. You have social media accounts that you can buy seeds from. And then you also have your farmers markets or local stores that you buy seeds from. And wonderfully online at places like Etsy. Think about what you like to eat and start at your herbs and get those planted, and then move on to larger items such as squash and peas and cucumbers, melon. And if you really got the space, you can try some of the large seeds like corn, which we have the space, but we do not have the confidence to grow corn, at least not like my great-grandfather did. I hope you guys are very excited about getting your hands into the dirt this spring, because that time is getting closer than we know it. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.